Cut the music, and welcome to the Pugilist Circle, the official Pugilist Circle broadcast. I'm your humble host, Coach T, and let's get right into it. Aside from my initial prediction of Joshua winning by decision, I knew it, I told you, but here we go. In the opening round, both guys looked a bit cautious and showed good patient jabs, but it was a Klitschko pace, and he really looked comfortable in there, showing that he's been there before, while Joshua looked a bit nervous, so I gave the first round to Klitschko. In the second round, Joshua was a bit more aggressive, but both fighters were missing a lot, and Klitschko really kept him at bay with good technical jabs and good movement. Manny Stewart would have really been proud at this point. Round 2, the steel hammer. Then in round 3, something happened. Joshua was a bit more aggressive and landed the first significant right hand of the fight, and while going to the body, Joshua started to find a home for that strong right hand. Round 3 goes to Joshua. In round 4, Klitschko started landing his own right hand, but Joshua picked up the pace, landing beautiful overhand rights and showed some good body work. He had the more effective aggression, so at this point I had the fight even at 2 rounds apiece. Now the 5th round, things started to heat up. Joshua finally landed an early left hook and Klitschko was in trouble. Eventually a short right sent Klitschko down, but he quickly got back to his feet, and if I noticed it, I know Klitschko noticed it. Joshua got a bit sloppy looking for the finish and started eating hard shots with his mouth wide open, looking fatigued, but still it was a 10-8 round for Anthony Joshua. In the 6th round, both fighters got back to being cautious, and Joshua was looking more tired, and Klitschko landed a perfectly placed right hand, and down goes Joshua. After he got up in shock and smiling, Klitschko started walking him down, leaning on him, putting his weight on him, hoping to tire him out a bit more. 10-8 round for Klitschko. In round 7, Klitschko went back to boxing with technical jabs and movement. And Joshua did land a few good combinations, but it just wasn't enough to win the round, so I gave it to Klitschko. The 8th round was really more of the same. Both came out boxing, well-landed jabs and good movement, but the Klitschko jab was more effective. Joshua tried to press the action towards the end, but again, it just wasn't enough to win the round, so I gave it to Klitschko. In round 9, Joshua seemed like he had enough and started more aggressive going to the body. Klitschko was still boxing well though, with good jabs and short rights on the inside, but Joshua was jabbing to the body and landing good right hands of his own. I was impressed with how focused he was on the body, so in my book, the 9th round goes to Joshua. In round 10, AJ started looking for the right hand more, throwing combinations basically when he wanted to, and Klitschko wasn't doing much at all except holding and hitting. Also, that steel hammer jab was definitely not as effective as before, and Klitschko started looking fatigued himself. No question, another round for AJ. At this point I had the fight dead even, 94-94, thinking, man, what a fight. But with it being so close, Joshua's got to go for the knockout or possibly get robbed. You never know with these judges nowadays, but in the 11th round, Joshua opened with a second win. Klitschko was moving around the ring more, but getting caught with hard right hands, and while he was looking to tie up, Joshua landed a beautiful right uppercut that got his attention, followed by hooks and right hands, and down goes Klitschko in his own corner. It was over after that. Joshua jumped all over him with another hook right hand, and down goes Klitschko yet again. He tried to hang in there, but the ref correctly stopped the fight, and Anthony Joshua got the 11th round knockout over Vladimir Klitschko. Classic heavyweight fight. I'm sure my card may be different from a lot of other people, so don't beat me up in the comments section. We all know what we look for and have different opinions, but let me know how your card turned out and whether you agree or disagree. I'm curious to know all your results. And this concludes today's broadcast of the Pugilist Circle, the official Pugilist Circle Fight Talk. Remember to like, subscribe, and leave your comments below. From your host, Coach T, stay blessed.